Mary Merrily presents a visit to Gaia Chef Audrey's farm at Wild Moon Acres.
Miss Audrey! Miss Audrey! Miss Audrey! Miss Audrey! Miss Audrey! Miss Audrey! I see you. Hi, welcome to the garden. I brought my basket because I know you always have a basket, and I brought a hat because I remember watching a video from you one time, and you said my hat is so useful, not just to cover the sun, but what else do you do with your hat?
Well, sometimes I pick herbs and flowers and I put them inside my hat.
I love that.
Yeah.
So we can use it as a basket or to protect. So what did I catch you doing?
So I'm in the garden today looking at the plants. I'm doing some weeding, but I saw that the beets and the carrots are ready. So, and I have this here because the deer like to come and nibble on the beets and the carrots.
Hungry.
They get hungry. I lift this up. These are beet leaves.
I love, look at the color on that.
Yeah, so they have bright purple stems. And when you look down inside, you can see that the beet is starting to peek out. Hold on to it, and I do a little shake like that, and then I pull it out.
And these are the stems and the leaves. And what's this?
That's the root. So these little pieces here, these are what pull in the nutrients and the food from the soil, and they bring it up into the plant, and the plant can eat it, and that's what helps the plant grow. And you can actually eat the beet as well as the leaves. So you can cook up the leaves with some olive oil, maybe butter, some salt, some herbs. And the beets, of course, you can also cook those. You can also juice them to make a really delicious sweet red juice.
This made me think that's kind of like the beet's mouth.
Yeah. So the beet actually is the root.
Okay.
But these are the little like root legs here.
Okay.
Yeah. So the beet itself, so it's actually a root, and so you're eating a root. That's where the term root vegetable comes from. These are awesome. And if you want to see, there's also some carrots ready.
You know who loves carrots?
Peter Rabbit loves carrots.
I know.
Well, maybe Peter Rabbit would want to see us pick a carrot. Yeah. Okay. It's growing right next to the beets, Peter Rabbit. And just like the beets, we put our hand down by the base, and we do a little wiggle and gently pull up. And we have our carrots. So yummy.
How's it taste?
I think he likes it. Let's
too.
pick we might have a different color one here. Oh, nope, this one's orange too.
So carrots,
but it's a different shape. See how they have each a unique shape, very different from what you might see at the grocery store.
people will take carrots and peel them and use a peeler, and sometimes I just clean them and eat what's on it.
You know what? If we want to take a little bite, we can show them that it's safe.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just rub the dirt off.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, I think that sometimes people peel the carrot. Cheers.
Sorry, I got too excited.
I think sometimes they peel the carrot because it can taste a little funky, but that's usually because, again, it's grown far away and it's taken a long time to get to your kitchen. But when you grow it yourself, or your local farmer grows it, it's so sweet and delicious, you don't need to peel. And did you know that good, healthy soil gives us good bacteria for our body that helps us be healthy?
I've heard that, but I know a lot of people haven't heard that. I love too, if you get really close to vegetables, I know when you cut into a beet, just like a tree, if you know a tree, has rings on the inside of it. And I was taught that means how old they are. But I know a lot of fruits and vegetables have rings too. I know that's not the same as a tree.
Yeah, they do. A lot of them, it kind of makes a really pretty design, especially the beets.
Yeah. And I will take this, I don't know if you've ever done it, and make a pesto.
Yeah.
Carrot
Absolutely.
pesto. And I mean, we think I'm gonna chop this off and throw that away. But even if you didn't eat it, I know you do something with your produce afterwards. If you can't use it, compost?
Yeah, we do something called composting.
Compost Pile.
So composting is awesome because it's a way to give everything that you're not going to eat back to the earth instead of putting it in the trash, which then means it goes to the landfill. When you give it back to the earth, it can do something beautiful, which is it's turning it into soil again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask. So Peter loves chamomile tea. I saw that you had some chamomile, and I wondered if you still have it.
We definitely do. Peter, would you like to see our chamomile? All right, let's go.
Is our basket in
Okay, so Peter has found himself in the chamomile. Peter, what do you think? I think he likes it.
I think he loves it.
Chamomile likes to bloom in early summer, and this is what it looks like. This is our chamomile bed. It's got the really pretty...
Wait, Miss Audrey, you just said bed.
Yeah.
What does bed mean? Do you sleep in here?
Is this what your mind pictured?
I totally would, because it's chamomile. I would probably sleep really well if I tried that, because chamomile helps you sleep. But when you call it a bed, that's actually one of the ways that we talk about where you grow food or herbs or flowers. We call it a garden bed.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wonder where that came from.
We should look that up.
I know. Where did they come up with the word bed?
Some of them only have the yellow, and then they're starting to turn brown. And that's a good sign because you know what? That's where the seeds are. And so when they kind of dry up, then the seeds are going to fall down. And that means we'll get even more chamomile next year. The stuff that you want to harvest is this. The flowers that still have the yellow in the center and the white petals around.
Harvest. You just said the word harvest. I love that word. So after you harvest it, what is chamomile, what do you do with it besides it smells so good?
Besides smelling it, I mean, it smells so amazing, right? And that's one of the powerful things about chamomile is the way that it smells. It makes you go, Peter's feeling it already. So what Peter's feeling is how it makes you feel, which is like you feel peaceful. And so it's a really great herb to drink as a tea before bed because it can help you sleep.
That's why in Peter Rabbit, in our book, at the end, Mrs. Rabbit, if you remember, gives Peter chamomile tea. Here we go. His mother put him to bed and made some chamomile tea, and she gave a dose of it to Peter. 1 tablespoon to be taken at bedtime. Oh my, okay, so we have 2 different chamomile in its different states.
Yep.
Right? I'm holding dried chamomile flowers that used to look like.
Yep, used to look like these, and I'm holding the fresh. And you can use either one. So if you don't have chamomile in your garden, you can buy it dried, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Fresh or dried or both. There we go.
I love how they were swirling around as you poured them. That looked so neat. Now,
Yeah. And then you just want to let it sit for a little bit.
yeah.
And when it sits for a few minutes, then the hot water kind of helps to pull out all the good things from the chamomile.
So Miss Audrey, I was thinking, I'm not as educated as you because I haven't been studying gardening and herbs and how I call you a medicine woman. And I look at this chamomile flower and it reminds me of a daisy. Can I pick a daisy and do the same thing with it?
That's a great question, Mary. So you wouldn't want to do that with a daisy. And so what I recommend is that the children at home, if that's you, then you would want to make sure that you're with your parents if you are ever picking really anything that you're using to drink as a tea or to eat. Because there can be a lot of things, especially in the summer, that look a little bit like this, that have a yellow center and petals on the outside. One of the best ways to know it's chamomile is by smelling. It has a very unique, sweet, flowery smell. But even with that, you want to make sure you always double check with your parents or the adult in your life that can help you make sure that it's something that is safe to eat or drink. But you can start to become your own expert once you learn the plants one at a time. So maybe this can be one of the first ones you can start with. Yeah. Okay, so Miss Mary, look, our tea is steeping. So it's called steeping. When the hot water is in there and it is steeping and the medicine is coming in the water, you can tell because it has changed colors. It's a beautiful sunny yellow. Are you ready to taste?
I am. I'm so excited.
Let's have some tea together. And you can see how the strainer just strains it out, and there's nothing you need to do. It just keeps all the herbs in there for you.
Now, if you do get a little herbs or a little leaves, that's okay, right?
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And it's nice to smell first.
Yeah. Nice. Nice to enjoy with a friend today.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chamomile is another herb that helps the tummy if you have a tummy ache.
Okay.
You ever had a tummy
That's why Peter had it at the end of the book, for sleeping and for a tummy ache. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I loved learning about chamomile. I loved seeing your beautiful garden today. I hope that we can get together more often and keep learning from you.
Well, thank you for coming over, Miss Mary. It was wonderful to have you. And Peter, it was wonderful to have you too. It was wonderful to have everyone here. So come anytime.
Thanks.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.